On today's video, we're making some great nothing beans recipe. Come on in, let's get started. I have some great nothing beans. It's simply white beans, and I took it straight from the pack and now get ready to wash it. So you're just gonna rinse it until the water is all clear. And most of the time, if you want it to cook faster, you will just leave it overnight under the water and just let it sit there. But I don't have time for that, so I'm just gonna go ahead and just boil it, put it on the stove. Now you cook until the beans are thoroughly cooked. So like in this case, it took almost close to an hour to cook. And when you look at it, you will see that there's some color changes there, and when you smash it, it is ready when it's smashed just like that. So get ready to make the recipe. I do have some sausage here. This is just beef sausage. So I'm just going to cut it into small pieces like so. Rest of the ingredients, we do have some red onions that are sliced. Also have some green bell pepper that I diced. Also do have some garlic that I minced in my mortar. There, and then of course we have our sausages that are cut into small pieces. So in a pan on the stove on medium heat, just gonna simply add some oil. You can use olive oil, whatever type of oil you want to use. You can use that. And I'm adding the red onions there, and I'm just gonna cook it until it's translucent. And while that's cooking, I'm getting ready to add the garlic, minced garlic. And you're just going to saute that for about 5 minutes or so. Something about garlic, when you add garlic to the dish, I mean, it kind of changes the aroma, and it's just a beautiful aroma. Now you're really starting to cook. I'm going to add in the green bell peppers and just kind of saute that again for like 2 to 3 minutes. And now I'm getting ready to put in the seasoning in our food. So just cook, we're creating the base now. And I'm going to add some chicken bouillon, just one. The thing about when you're cooking beans or even any type of soup, you have to be careful in regards to the amount of sodium that you add there. So the chicken bouillon kind of have salt in there. So just be careful not to add too much salt in the process of cooking. So we're just going to cook that. Let it kind of like melt in there. It's going to cook real well. Then I'm adding some curry powder. Followed by a teaspoon of paprika. And then I'm going to add some onion powder. Now I will go ahead and add this recipe, the recipe list on the description box under this video. And here I'm just simply adding a little bit of water, and just to let everything cook in really well. And after that, we're just going to let it like kind of simmer for a minute or two. Just bring everything together. So it's been simmering for about 2 minutes now. And as you can see, you can really tell that our base is now like really coming into a thick sauce. And that's what you want. And now it is time to add the sausages. We're going to add it in. Now, if you want to use like turkey, chicken, whatever type of thing you want to use for your soup, it's really up to you. I just chose to use the beef sausages. I think it pairs really well with the white green beans, and just adds a different texture to the soup. And next we're going to put in our already boiled white beans. We're going to just add it to the mixture and just kind of like stir it really well. Make sure everything is well coated. Make sure all that nice sauce is really in there with the beans. And after that, of course, we're going to add in either some chicken broth, or you can add water. And of course, just like any other soup, you want to cover it all the way to the top, and then just bring it to a simmer. And pretty much this recipe is done. It's really quick once you have everything assembled. No, I know this is kind of last minute. I decided to add in some black pepper, or you can add cayenne pepper. I just figured I needed some heat in this soup. Okay, so I'm adding that, and then now I'm just gonna cook it a little bit before I add my water or broth. So I kind of added 1 cup of water. I figured, if I want it to be real soupy, I'll add more water. Just kind of gauge and see. And I'm also going to add just 1 tablespoon of tomato paste. Now, this is really totally optional. And I'm also going to add 1 teaspoon of butter. Then after this, I'm just going to stir it real well and let it come to a simmer. And once it's done, we'll have this beautiful, delicious white bean soup. Simmered enough. I think it took about 10 minutes. And now look at this beautiful soup. Look at it, y'all. I mean, it is so delicious. I hope you get to try this recipe. And please comment below and let me know once you try the recipe. Just let me know how it turned out. So I'm just going to let it simmer there. I turned off the stove, but it's still boiling up. And oh, the aroma is just, oh, I wish you guys could smell it. And now what I added there was just garnishing. I added cilantro. But most of the time I would like to add bacon. I just didn't have bacon. I'll just fry up some bacon, cut it into small pieces, and just sprinkle on top. Ooh, I tell you, it tastes really delicious. So I'm just putting it in my bowl, and I'm going to show you how it looks like. Look at that, you guys. Just a different meal, if you want that comfort soup, you can go for this soup. And the beans, the white beans are really not are very cost effective. You can definitely enjoy this at less expense. So look at that, you guys. Our soup, Great Northern bean soup, is now ready, and I'm getting ready to enjoy this soup. And I hope you like this recipe. If you're new here, please remember to subscribe. Click that button, and it will notify you next time I upload a video. I will see you next time. Bye bye.